Hi, my name is Graham, and today I'd like to tell you about a delightful game called Wandering Towers by Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kiesling. This game plays from 1 to 6 players in about half an hour, and it's all about wizards and their spells. They're trying to get to a place called Raven's Keep, and they're trying to refill all their potion bottles, which they've managed to empty by messing around with lots of spells prior to this. It's a fun little game. Let's get into it. Here I've set all the pieces out onto the table. I've set up the map such that it is, which is these 4 bits of cardboard, and they just assemble very easily. You'll know which the order is because Raven's Keep is this black castle here, which is where we're trying to get all of our wizards. That starts on this space, and we just go around the board, and you'll see that if I move all these towers out of the way, you'll see the path going round, and you'll also notice that these 3 spaces have 3 little teardrops on them, and then 2 teardrops, and then down to 1 teardrop, and those little teardrops are used in setup. After that there's none, so it's very easy to get these 4 pieces in the right order. We start with Raven's Keep here, and we put the towers out with the Raven's Keep logo, and then nothing, Raven's Keep, and we alternate logos going around. Now we start out by putting our wizards out on the table, and let's say you're blue and you're going to go first. You will put one of your wizards on this first tower, and then the next player will as well. And we keep going around the table, adding them, until we get to as many wizards as there were teardrops on here. So you just put one on there, and then I put one on, you put one on, I put one on. There's 3. You, me, you. There's 3 on there, and me. And we would continue like that, but only 2 on these guys and 1 wizard each on these. And at higher player counts, we make it further around the board. But with just 2 players, we're bunched up here at the start. What else do we have? There's a dice which will come in useful later. We've put out a couple of magic spells for us to choose from randomly from the deck, though I think these are the 2 that it suggests you use for your first play through. We've got 6 potions here which are currently empty, and we are trying to fill them up. You've got 3 cards. You'll draw up to 3 cards at the start of each turn, or at the end of your turn. You'll have 3 cards. You're going to play 2 of them during your turn, probably, and then draw back to up to 3 from this deck. The aim of the game, as I mentioned earlier, is your wizards are trying to get to Raven's Keep. You want to drop them in. Once you've got all your wizards in, and you filled up all of your magic potions, then you win the game, or at least you trigger the end of the round. The ending round. We finish that round, and we see who has managed to get all their wizards in Raven's Keep with full potions. So what can you do on your turn? Well, if we take a look at the cards we've been dealt, what we'll find is that they're all rather similar, and the left-hand side will tell you how many spaces you can move a tower. The right-hand side tells you how many spaces you can move a wizard. Or some cards have a combination and you can do one or the other move. There's also cards, there's a good one, which will have a dice up there, or a number of dice instead of an actual number. And this says that you can roll the dice, and that's how far you can move your wizard. So you can roll the dice. I rolled a 5, so I'm moving my wizard 5 places, exactly 5 places. Because there's a picture of 2 dice here, I've got 2 re-rolls. If I don't like that number 5, I can roll this 2 more times. Oh, there's another 5. Oh, another 5. Wow. Okay, so that didn't work out. I'm definitely moving a wizard 5 spaces, if at all possible. So yeah, on your turn, choose two of the 2 actions. So let's chase 2 of the cards. So let's say I chose this card and I move a wizard 2 spaces. There you go, that's easy. But then I could play this card and say, well, I want to move a tower 2 spaces. Okay, so how do I move a tower? Well, I just pick a tower up and I move it 1, 2 spaces. Oh my goodness, I covered up a whole bunch of wizards there, which is the point of the game. And if you cover up any wizards, then you fill up one of your potions. So one tip, it's a good idea to try doing that early in the game when there's lots of wizards around, because later on you can see what's already happened. Wizards are harder to cover up now because they're already covered up. And so it's a good idea to try and get these potions filled up early in the game while there's still wizards out. So I did my 2 moves. I moved a wizard and I moved a tower. Those cards get discarded. I'll draw back up to my 3, and then it would be your turn. Now, if you don't like your cards, you don't want to go, you just forgot where your wizards are imprisoned, you forgot where they all are, you can just discard your 3 cards to move a tower 1 space. And when you move a tower, you can choose to move the whole tower, or you can choose just a piece of the tower. So there you go, I can move that tower 1 space. There we go. Oh, there's my wizards. I thought they might be there. I was hoping they would be. You can't move a tower onto Raven's Keep. Doesn't fit. So you can't do that. And when, let's say you had a wizard all the way around here, he's just 2 spaces away, and I think, didn't I have a 2 space walk somewhere? There it is. And let's say I had the 2 space walk, I can 1, 2 drop him in there. Once you drop a wizard into Raven's Keep, your turn ends immediately. Even if that was your first action, you don't get to do the second. Let's say that your wizard was here and you had the 2 walk. Well, he goes 1, 2. You can't drop him off on the way. He has to finish his turn on Raven's Keep. When somebody goes into Raven's Keep, well, some magic happens and Raven's Keep will move to the next one of these symbols that doesn't have any wizards on it. So here, this one's blocked, so he skips that one, but here's an open one, and so Raven's Keep moves here now. Suddenly all these wizards are pretty excited because they're within range of the keep. The first one in there is going to get the keep moving again, and so on, so that Raven's Keep keeps moving around the circle here. As you imprison wizards and you fill up your potion bottles, you can use these potions to invoke these spells. So this spell here, for example, takes 1 potion, and this one takes 2 potions. Well, let's say I invoke this one. I can take 2 of my full potions and just put them away so I can't use them again. And it lets me move a wizard +1, 1 space. And I can just do this at any point in my turn to my advantage. So yes, I could just say, oh, there you go, I can move 1 wizard, 1 space. Plop, in it goes, and Raven's Keep will move to the next symbol. This spell is still out here for anybody to use in the future. This one lets you move a tower 2 spaces, which might be super handy. Maybe you do that at the start of your turn to uncover your wizards, and then you use your cards to move your wizards, let's say. Each space can only hold up to 6 wizards. So if somehow it was like this and there's 5 wizards there, this wizard can move on there, sure, but another one cannot land on there. There's no peeking, so you can't go, oh, is my wizard there? Oh, he's not, oops, oh, maybe he's down here. No, if there's peeking involved, you can't, you have to move that castle. You can't peek before you move. If you mess up, then your turn ends immediately. Finally, if there's a tie and multiple people manage to get all their wizards in here with full potions in the same round, then the tiebreaker is who has not spent potions. Whoever's spent the most comes last in the tiebreaker. So if you haven't spent any potions on these spells, you will win. So that's the entire game of Wandering Towers. It's pretty simple to play. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of, oh, where did my wizard go? Because very quickly these towers stack up and get moved around, and put on top of one another, and everybody's moving them, and it's so easy to lose track of where your wizards are, and you're pretty sure it's there, and then you go to move that tower off, and oh, where's my wizard? I thought he was there. It's a lot of fun. Oh no, I've revealed your wizard accidentally. Oh no. And so just when you think your wizard is miles away from Raven's Keep, somebody plops one in here and Raven's Keep flies around the table, and suddenly you're in striking distance of winning the game. So yeah, very simple, quick to play, and lots of fun. Give it a try.